allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
All right. Alderman Clyde Costello.
Here.
Alderman Dennis Bovee.
Here.
Alderman Gloria Bader. Alderman Diana Smith.
Okay, approval of the agenda.
Let's vote to approve the agenda.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Okay, the public forum, nobody signed up, right? Okay, consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye.
And I'd like to put it in, Mr. Woods, I'd like to put it in the minutes for the inaccuracy of a couple of things in here that I won't go into too much more into afterwards. And I don't see any information on the new street fund that I heard that was put in, but I don't see that anywhere on the agenda that we're going to be discussing that.
Okay, old school pizza business proposal, Mr. Adams.
My wife and I are proposing, we need a permit to sit the building regardless if you approve the pizza parlor or not, okay? Because for the other business that we are going to run, we're starting our catering business back up, so I use the building for storage. But my wife moved down here with the idea of starting a restaurant. The house we bought took way too many years, too much money to renovate into a restaurant. We had a pretty successful catering business in Jefferson County prior to moving down here. We moved because of the regulations. They regulated us out of business over there. We moved down to St. James County because there was less regulation. All right. The only reason why I'm saying we don't need the city hookup is because we're not going to have any black water. All we're going to have is gray water with our sink. And there's Ozora Truck Stop, Love's Truck Stop, State Park, and campgrounds that for a small fee we can dispose of the water. So we're not going to have any sewage in the building. And so what we want to do is for the weekends that we're here, it's more like a concession stand. We want to offer delivery to the town, to the island, or pick up at the window. And that's really it. It's not going to be a Monday through Sunday thing, it's going to be a weekend thing. And starting next summer, unless we have a couple of employees that we can trust to run it, it's not going to be an every weekend thing because we're going to be out and about. So,
Okay.
I make a motion we give the permit, says building.
Well, we talked to the health department, and there's some things that they need to do before we can do anything. So I think we need to table this until they do what?
Application for new establishment, they haven't received.
right, they haven't, we had to refill it out when we were, when we were presented that we couldn't. So we refilled it out because we probably figured, honestly, that we typed up where you don't understand, that you were thinking we were putting like a permanent establishment,
Right.
but we're more of a concession type establishment. So we do understand, because we talked to them, and we have to refill that out for them and for the state of Missouri, we have to get a vendor license.
Right.
So if you guys are willing to put this back on the agenda for next month, I appreciate it. We should have all the paperwork and all the details and everything rewritten for you then.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I make a motion that we put it on.
I have a question. When is the building going to be delivered?
It was supposed to be delivered this coming week. I can put it off. I've already made a payment on it. I will put it off for at least, I guess, when's the next meeting?
It would be September 11th.
I will put it on for after September 11th. Okay, but I've already made one payment on the loan, and then I'll make another payment on the loan, so I got, we got to get this resolved. So, but my wife will retype up all the proposals with the vendor, all the new information, and then hopefully you guys understand what we're saying, they understand what we're saying, and we can just resolve this next month, okay?
Well, you're allowed to have a building behind your thing, okay, building, period. The only thing that you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put thing so I can mark off the water and sewer lines. You can't put it over water and sewer lines.
Yeah, I pretty much got a general idea where the main water line is. We're going on that side towards the highway. The only real flat part of the yard we have is over that way, so it's going more towards that way. But it's not gonna be over any water lines that I know about, you know, so, in there.
Well, you'll have to check, I'm sure. Sometimes we don't always know it, though.
Alright, well, that's fine too. I guess what, a week ahead of time, or how soon
Before the building's delivered.
before the building's delivered? Alright, so, but that's fair for everybody. We can just redo, and because like I said, we gotta redo the application with the state and all that good stuff too, so.
Yep.
Alright, we're all good?
Mr. Adams, I have something I want to bring tonight. This is something that I went to a seminar at Southeast Missouri, and they have a group there, it's innovation, the name of it's in there, and it helps entrepreneurs get their business going. It can help you in some way with the financial end of it.
This is the paperwork on the sink that was in question, so that you guys will know what we're doing, so that you understand what it is, how it meets all the specs, why there'll be no black water, and how the gray water is disposable. It's the same type of water that for RVs, such like that. It's portable and we can dispose of it, so, okay? All
Okay.
right.
Do we need to make a motion to put that on the table for next month? Okay.
So we're good?
We're good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Scheduled meeting date to have the tax hearing. It's gonna be on, August 28th at 6 o'clock. And then we'll have a meeting at 6:30 to do what we need to do. Which that is,
Mayor, will we be having a work session on the budget at that meeting?
not that I'm aware of.
We haven't had any of that, we're supposed to do that semi-annually.
That will be in September, correct?
But it's in my October.
By October
For
1st, right?
September.
Okay.
Okay, Highway 61 yard center.
I need to post.
Oh, sorry.
Meeting, I was like to give a motion to approve the tax.
Make a motion, we have our tax hearing on 8/28/2014.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Getting in hard.
No problem.
Okay, Highway 61 yard sale, use of buyout property. We have had, a few people ask about it, so David's checked into it, and I'll give you the floor, and you can, because you know more about it than I do.
I was wondering why we never rented that space out previously during the Highway 61 yard sale. So I wanted to check to make sure we would be able to. So first I checked with FEMA, spoke with the mitigation officer, who said she has no problem with it. As long as we're not paving or doing anything permanent, to affect the hydrodynamics, then they're fine with that. They see no problem with it. I also checked with our insurance carrier who does our liability. This is the response I got from them. Obviously, anytime the public uses city property, there's an exposure, but the question is always whether it is a reasonable exposure. If the vacant land and parking area are in decent condition and don't present a dangerous condition of property, I don't have a problem with it. And that's our insurance carrier. So they're giving us the green light on it as well. Yes, sir.
Where's this gonna be?
I was thinking right out front here.
I just think, I don't want to walk my driveway.
Oh, no, it's out here,
Yeah.
right across the street.
It won't be walking.
Right, and there's plenty of parking on both sides, across the highway, or even right out here.
That's all I want to know. I've seen what has to be.
Right, yeah, because it's a mess during that time anyway. So,
I'm glad that you kind of, because I did, after I talked with you, I did some background checking, and it seemed like in 2007 that was proposed at a board meeting, and the clerk at that time said that it couldn't be done because of liability. So it's good that, you know, the insurance says that's fine, because that's gonna open up a whole lot more room for people to set up. That'd be great. They'll bring good, you know, and great for St. Mary too.
Revenue closure.
Yes.
So-
Not bad closure, what's good
Good
closure? So can I get a motion to get right of use, at this point, just for the Highway 61 yard sale?
You got one.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And so now I have this set up, I want to go over the prices and everything. You know, so addressing the public here, come on down to Crazy Dave's Yard Sale Emporium. We got premium lots for sale smack dab in the middle of Highway 61 yard sale. We slow your customers down to 35 miles an hour and offer ample parking. Get yourself a 12 by 12 space for the low price of $7 per day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Call the number at the bottom of your screen, 543-2279. Tell them Dave sent you.
Well, you're
I'll get a motion back.
Sounds like an auctioneer.
That sounds like a radio.
Sound like a sales pitch if I ever heard of it.
Sell some lots.
Okay. Departmental reports, emergency management report, David.
All right. Last time I announced I had completed 5 of the 7 classes for my professional development series. I've completed all 7 of them. So I now have official certificate professional development series, which certifies me even further to be an emergency management director. I've also started on the next series of classes, but I just started on those. Also went to my SEMA, which is State Emergency Management Agency floodplain training, and I completed that course on my certificate for that as well. So I'm good for my hours and everything to be floodplain administrator. Went to an emergency planner meeting yesterday. It was really good. Somebody from SEMA was there. They discussed the tabletop exercise they had on earthquake preparedness and some of the challenges they had with communication, with the internet, and it was really, really beneficial. I'm also proud to announce, got my first responder badge, as does Dennis Bovee here. And this is a cool hologram. Got the QR that can be scanned. It links in with the SEMA website. All 7 states in our region are going with these. So and we're lucky that we're some of the first people in the county to be getting these. So glad to have that.
When you scan that, does that say everything that you're able to do with that?
It has, right. When we turn in our paperwork, we list all the trainings we have, and then they have stuff on there. I mean, they don't put every single little thing we have.
Right.
For mine, it has that I'm CERT trained and that I have just completed that professional development series. Those
So
are the 2
they
things
know
that have
what,
and it has my title on here, emergency management director. So,
oh, awesome.
yeah, I'm the floor back.
Okay, water and sewer report, Dennis?
Thank you, Mayor. We had 1 bed back from the valve pit. We resampled the next day, and all of them came back good. Okay. The county had 2 bed samples and were flushing. They chlorinated. However, some of the chlorine reached our system and it's raised our residuals, so have to lower the levels by mixing fresh water with no chlorine until the levels come back in line. Don't even get too high, they get up to 4.0 and you're in trouble. We had 2 service calls on Grinder. One was the antique mall, and the other one was on 7th Street up there at the end house. And we had 2 leaks on service lines from the main serving customers. One was at the church at Trinity, and the other one was Bader's residence on 3rd Street. So we took care of it. I really didn't want to tell that road. There's another thing to do because it's underneath the street. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, park and cemetery report, Dennis?
Well, the guys, I hate to steal his thunder, but the guys have been doing some coal patching and stuff, so this week the park and the cemetery got put to the wayside. It doesn't look bad, but it's been put back to the wayside because we had to do coal patching and stuff on the streets. And the these leaks and stuff like that, so
Okay.
that's all I have for that, thank you.
Okay, street department, Clyde.
We're doing that. We're doing that again, fast again. We get interrupted, it's gonna take time.
Right.
I don't think this truck will do it. I'll end up getting another one of those. So we gotta get them passed. Right?
Yeah, because some of them are pretty bad.
And this tax that we're getting this year, I don't know, it's a whole lot better than what we have before. It's not forced, and the tax really good.
Good deal.
Hopefully we'll have one. We'll do it. So,
Fire department, Gloria.
We had 8 calls, we had 2 medical, 2 mutual aid, 1 fire, 1 lift assist, and power line, 2 power lines down. We had to replace a battery on 42 because it went bad, and a starter on a pumper of 51. And we're planning to have a yard sale at the firehouse during the 61 yard sale. And we're also planning a boot drive during the Kaskaskia Creek.
So are you asking for donations for the yard sale?
Yes, if you would like to donate, we would be willing. I've already went to St. John and picked some up in that donations.
I have some stuff in my house.
Okay.
And I'll get a hold of one of you after the meeting and see what you want me to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Gloria, do you have anything to add?
I probably got some stuff to donate too, I'll just run it down and bring it to you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, police department, do you have anything?
Is Mark here?
Yeah,
I haven't.
he doesn't have anything, do you have
Can I
anything?
bring up about a dog in town, a dog situation?
You sure can.
Mark,
yes,
up there, Roses. Did you write a ticket to her for her dog?
for who?
Rose on Cemetery Road?
Oh, that was a month or two ago.
Yeah, it was a month, it was 2 weeks ago, and I just heard about it. That dog attacked a person. Yes, it's a pit bull. It's not the first thing that's happened, it's the third time it's happened. And something needs done.
Well, I had heard that it attacked another dog, am I correct?
Yeah, but that's because Steve was beating it off of Gladys Conner.
It was going.
That,
It
Mayor?
was attacking a
It
person.
was going, it didn't get to it, it was going.
It's because Steve was beat it with a car pump.
Mayor, that case is still pending in court. I don't believe we need to be discussing it in an open meeting.
I believe that she's got too many dogs in that house too. I've heard that she's had up to 7 dogs in it. Now,
And this is a legal thing that, okay, okay.
and something needs
I
done.
can talk to you after.
All right. Okay, animal control.
Yeah.
Pretty much said that.
Good job.
Okay, citizens' participation for public discussion. Does anybody have anything to say? Okay, then I suggest somebody,
I'm not going to.
I seconded it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Adjournment, we're done.
Thanks for a